Chapter: A Glimpse Inside the Sphere. The following morning, Kira led the team down to the yacht's lower decks into a vast hangar-like space that could have easily housed a mid-sized airplane. Towering at the center stood the sphere, an obsidian-black orb spanning 5 stories in height. Around its base, Kronos engineers and technicians hurried about, hauling crates of food, weapons, clothing, and oxygen tanks toward open loading ramps. A low, rhythmic hum emanated from within the sphere's hull, hinting at the immense power hidden inside. Miles Shaw, taking in the spectacle, gave a low whistle. "This is bigger than I imagined," he said, adjusting his fedora. "And you fitted inside the yacht?" Kira, wearing her Kronos jumpsuit, laughed softly. "We built this hangar around it. Think of it as the sphere's garage. It's the masterpiece of Dr. Chang Yuan. He's the real inventor. I'm just the pilot and systems engineer." Jace, eyes bright with curiosity, nudged Miles. "You'd think they'd keep it in some secret desert facility, but floating over the ocean? That's next-level hush-hush." Kira nodded. "Exactly. We can test time jumps here, free from prying eyes or government meddling. Now, if you're all ready, let's go inside." A ramp extended from the sphere's side, revealing its honeycombed entrance. Engineers in Kronos uniforms saluted Kira as she brought the group in. Once inside, it was clear the sphere was sectioned into 5 tiers, 1 per story, connected by a central spiral staircase and a compact elevator. Ground floor. At the bottom rumbled the engine core and quantum shield relays. Through sealed windows, they glimpsed arcs of negative energy flux glowing around reinforced machinery. Technicians wearing protective visors fussed over final checks. First floor. Adjacent to the ramp, a vehicle bay housed 2 all-terrain jeeps. Crates labeled field supplies and emergency rations lined the curved walls. Overhead rails let drones launch quickly if needed. Second floor. Living quarters circled around a central lounge. Kira showed them modest but comfortable cabins, each with a compact shower. "You'll have your own rooms," she said, "so you can rest between expeditions." Third floor, the med bay and lab. A pair of exam beds with advanced monitors stood behind glass partitions. Shelves packed with medical gear, plus a sealed weapons locker for Damon's security arsenal. Next door, a small research lab with microscopes, containment pods, and terminals awaited any samples from Atlantis. Fourth, top floor. The command center bristling with holographic displays and navigational seats. "This is where I'll pilot the sphere," Kira explained, gesturing to a large wraparound console with luminous screens. "Everything from quantum jump coordinates to environment controls. The negative energy shield we power from the engine below is monitored here." Standing in the top deck's central briefing area, the team marveled at how every inch was built for function, yet somehow spacious and comfortable. Theo, scribbling in his notepad, couldn't hide his excitement. "You've effectively built a moving fortress that can slip through time," Kira smiled. "That was Dr. Chang's genius. But it's more than just steel and glass. Let me show you how we control it." She approached a sleek panel, tapping a button. "Aina, come online." A soft chime filled the air and a gentle female voice emanated from hidden speakers. "Good morning, Doctor. Artemis. System running at 98% readiness." Kira turned to the team. "Aina is our onboard AI, short for Artificial Intelligence Network Assistant. She handles everything from environment scans to real-time threat analysis." She gestured to a nearby console as a holographic interface materialized in midair. A high-resolution, interactive display of the sphere's systems. The interface responded instantly to her touch, glowing with crisp, dynamic schematics. "Aina operates through voice recognition, direct console input, and holographic interaction," Kira explained. She waved her hand and the interface expanded, revealing a rotating 3D blueprint of the sphere. The internal sections flickered to life, displaying power grids, shield modulation, and real-time diagnostic data. "We'll need your biometrics and voice prints in the registry so you can command Aina as needed," she added, looking at each of them. "Once you're in the system, you'll be able to interact with her just as I do, whether through verbal commands, manual input, or direct holographic manipulation." One by one, Miles, Jace, Lena, Theo, and General Damon Lysander stood at a palm scan panel. Each repeated a short phrase for voice ID, while Aina acknowledged them with polite beep tones. Miles teased, "Feels like meeting a spaceship's AI in a sci-fi flick. Ready to warp us to another galaxy, Aina?" Aina replied serenely, Only if Dr. Chang's mathematics allow it, Doctor. Shaw. The entire group chuckled, impressed by the AI's quick wit. Jace, never missing a chance to joke, asked, "So what's the in-flight entertainment like? We got Netflix, right?" Kira rolled her eyes with an amused smirk. "We have something better than Netflix. We have time travel. Trust me, you'll be busy enough." With that, they glanced around the control center, absorbing the reality that in a mere week, this sphere would carry them through time to the final days of Atlantis. The humming engine far below, the glint of drones and jeeps on the first floor, every detail highlighted how big, bold, and dangerous this mission truly was. Kira exhaled, scanning the group's determined faces. "You have the gist of it," she concluded. "We'll spend the next days training on safety protocols, how the negative energy shield reacts to high-impact events, and 1,000 other procedures. For now, welcome to the sphere. You're home away from home, no matter what era we land in." Miles, resting a hand on the curved wall, couldn't help the grin tugging at his lips. An entire city floating on a yacht, now an entire time machine inside that city. It's a bit surreal. General Damon nodded solemnly, crossing his arms. "I've faced wars, but never time itself. Let's hope we're as ready as we aim to be." Kira offered him a respectful nod in return. "We will be." And with that, she led them down the spiral staircase to revisit each deck, ensuring they understood the sphere's layout from top to bottom. It was a machine built for the unimaginable, and soon it would prove if Kronos' gamble on rewriting history was more than just an audacious dream. Kira tapping a holographic panel that materialized in the air. "So this is Aina's shield," she said, voice echoing slightly in the corridor. "It's an oscillating quantum barrier powered by the sphere's negative energy engine below. Aina, our onboard AI, calculates real-time threats and adjusts the shield accordingly." She gestured to a transparent display showing a wireframe of the sphere, enveloped by shifting layers of blue-green energy fields. "The shield is more than just a force field," Kira explained. "It's a dynamic repulsion system that can repel incoming projectiles, debris, even the shockwave of an explosion. If a giant squid tried ramming us, or if quake-induced rubble fell on us in Atlantis, the shield would push it away as if two magnets with the same pull were forced together." A row of data bars scrolled along the side showing negative energy fluctuations. "Aina constantly modulates this field. If the sphere is stationary, the shield sips power, maintaining a low-level barrier. Under heavy assault, it cranks up to full strength, though that drains the engine faster. We can't hold max power indefinitely." She pointed to a small readout indicating shield integrity, 98%, in a calm, steady green text. "We've tested it against laser fire, artillery rounds, even short-term lava flows in simulated environments. It's not God mode invincibility, but it'll handle most threats long enough for us to escape or relocate." Jace leaned in, eyeing the holographic display with a skeptical smirk. "No offense, Kira, but if Atlantis had the kind of tech you say they did, I don't think your fancy shield stands a chance. What if they had, I don't know, ancient laser cannons or something? You got a setting for block mysterious death rays? Or are we just hoping they throw spears?" Kira arched an eyebrow, arms crossed as she smirked at Jace. "Oh, don't worry. Aina's adaptive shielding accounts for energy-based attacks, too. If Atlantis had mysterious death rays, the sphere will handle it." She tilted her head playfully. "But if they start throwing spears, I'll be sure to lower the shield so you can catch one as a souvenir." Kira tapped a final button, and the hologram zoomed in on the sphere's outer hull. "We rely heavily on AINA for shield management. If we get sudden seismic activity, the AI automatically amplifies the barrier beneath us to keep the sphere stable. Same if something large charges our position." She let the hologram fade, turning back to the team. "That's the gist. Aina's shield merges negative energy physics with real-time AI analytics, giving us the best shot at surviving whatever Atlantis, or time itself, throws our way.